Entrepreneurship Masterclass, unlocking your business success and potential. Running low on funding, trust me, is a nightmare every entrepreneur has encountered on their journey one way or the other. And you don't want to be stuck in that position when you've got an idea or a dream that you are ready to go live with. That's why you need to take time to listen to this video till the end, so that when you walk away from this conversation, you will be clear of what pathway you can pursue right away to access that funding and hit the ground running. I am Fungai Ndemera. I am an entrepreneur, I'm a tech founder, I am an investor, and I am a STEM ambassador. I am interested in supporting entrepreneurs build their business, scale them, make them thrive, and even exit their businesses. So I run this channel to try and have conversations with entrepreneurs on tips, how to grow the business, how to scale, how to thrive. And this is your go-to place for nuggets of how to know to navigate the challenges of business and how to overcome them. In this masterclass, I want us to focus on the 3 key pillars for business growth: funding, scaling, and accessing big contracts. So let's get started with some key insights. So how do you find or even access extra funding or capital for your business? You could be a startup, you could be thriving and trying to scale your business, and you could be trying to grow a venture or creative vertical. All these requirements comes with demand for finance, and without the right support to finance your decisions, you will struggle. Did you know that lack of funding can make or break your dreams? Especially when you don't have anywhere to start from. This can be a super nightmare, and therefore you need to make sure you've got the right support system around you to secure this funding and ensure your dreams come to life. So what's on the funding menu for somebody who is trying to start, who's trying to scale or grow their business? Well, you've got a plethora of options. Number one, the best place to start is using your own money. Now you are going to be like, okay, I'm here listening, and the reason why I'm here is because I don't have the money. I have got a challenge for you, because I believe you do have the money. Have you ever heard of this phrase, skin in the game? And this phrase applies to when investors are looking to invest their money into startups and into entrepreneurs. And the one thing they would like to know and see is when you have taken that first step and you are the first investor in your business. So therefore, my encouragement is that because you are walking this journey and you know that at some point you are going to want to look for investors, the first best person to then be the capital and find the capital is finding it from your own pocket. So how do you find money from your own pocket? How do you create the funding? Well, you have got a few options. If you are a startup and you're someone who is trying to leave a job and start a new venture, you have got an option to make savings and create savings from your own salary. I remember when I started my very first business, I tried to go and borrow £500 and I couldn't borrow it. And guess what? I decided to go and work for a month and put aside the £500. And that was the best decision that I ever made, because I was the number one first investor in my business. And after that, I was able to buy the basic equipment, buy the basic system that I needed to get started to run the healthcare business. And all I needed at that point was a telephone and a fax machine. Now, this is going back many years, and some of you might not even relate, right? May never even have used a fax machine, but that's all I needed. And all I needed was £500. But that made a difference because I got started and I hit the ground running. So you are the number one first investor to raise that capital. Can you save? Can you cut down on your expenses? How many things are you spending your money on right now that you could immediately stop spending? Are you buying extra coffees? Do you prepare your own lunches? Ladies, we are guilty of a lot of things. Are we buying that Brazilian hair? Are we having our hair done all the time and spending money on the hair? Are we buying new clothing, new clothes? All these things, we can cut down straight away the unnecessary spend and be the first investor in that business. As a matter of fact, I myself, now that I am an investor, these are also the same things that I look at. If I found an entrepreneur who come forward to me and they do a presentation and they're like, okay, I'm looking for funding, the first thing I want to know is how much of your skin in the game have you put on the table? The second layer to look at, do you have a network of friends and family? You remember the saying goes, your network determines your net worth. And this is a good example. So you want to look at the network you have, the friends and family. Can they support you financially of the money that you need? Or they can be able to support you and tap into their knowledge, expertise, network people they know that may be able to put time and value into your venture, all these things, they can convert into monetary terms. Because if somebody is going to spend their time mentoring you and support you, you actually are saving money because you possibly could have been charged mentorship fees, right? If somebody in their network, they've got somebody who knows the legalities around your venture, they could provide you with legal information and legal knowledge, which again, you could save some money. In your network could be someone who knows someone who you've got the answer or the key to what you need. All I'm saying is, all these are options where you can put your own step first, and then secondly, tap into your friends and family. That is the second layer of where to find capital and where to find investment. The third layer is where angels investors come in. And angel investors pot is made up of people you may know outside your network or inside your network, and they are willing to put some money and support your venture. These are described or defined as high net worth individuals who invest their money in a small business in return of a small stake of that business. And usually angel investors are people like myself who have got experience and industry knowledge, and they are willing to provide either money and mentorship where they can, or they are actually willing to be hands on the deck and support you grow your venture. This is an amazing category of individuals that you can benefit from. But for you to be able to attract angel investors though, you need to have an idea or a concept that you can prove to them that it's going to work, because nobody is willing to put forward their money just for the sake of putting their money. They always want to make sure that at least they have got the assurance, or you can convince them that they will be able to get their stake back when your venture does well. So this group of individuals are willing to support you if you can convince them. You can access funding from them, as a matter of fact. The fourth category where you can access funding are what we call the venture capitalists. These are the big players in funding. And how do they work? How do they operate? How do you even find them? Just hold your thoughts there, because before you go to them, you could look at another different group of funders. And this is what we call crowdfunding platforms. Or you can do what we call just crowdfunding. The beauty about crowdfunding is that these are platforms that gives you access to people who are willing to put money and back what you are doing. They believe in what you're doing. They will put small and big amounts, but it is open across the globe, or it could be countrywide, but you access a bigger number of people who are willing to put small amounts of money into what you're doing. The advantages of crowdfunding is that people will back what you are doing. For example, from Kickstarter to Indigo. These are all good platforms that can help support you access crowdfunding. So now, for you to be able to convince all these groups of people, guess what? You need to make sure you've packaged your idea in a way that it will be so convincing to them, that they will be clear about why they must put money into what you're doing, why they need to be part of your journey. And your dream and your idea must be so exciting that the excitement is so contagious, and everyone that you come across will be willing to put their money into what you're doing. So now here are the tips for you to make sure you nail it on that particular point of convincing all these people. You need what we call a pitch deck. And this pitch deck will need to make you shine in front of everyone that is going to come across your story. All right, now that we've explored the funding options that are available to you, how do you even now convince all these people that your idea and your dream is going to work? And how do you convince someone to get the money out of their pocket to make sure that they put it into what you are doing and they believe in you? This is where you need a crisp pitch deck. And a pitch deck will help you make sure you communicate your message. You position your product in a simple, easy way to understand for the person who is going to read it, and make sure you convince them to release that money into your venture. And this is the holy grail of fundraising, because if you don't nail this, you will miss the ship and you will miss the mark. Wait, that is where the playbook comes in. This playbook, which I've created, is absolutely fantastic because it gives you the basic tips and the step-by-step that you need for you to make sure you have not left anything in your pitch deck. Guess what? Within this playbook is information that will unlock your thinking in terms of how you present your product or your business to your investors and everybody around you. And with this playbook, you are able to nail your message so that those people who are having maybes, you will be able to turn them into yeses. And those people whom you were thinking and assuming, oh my gosh, I don't think I can reach to them, this playbook will help you craft your message that it will reach everyone and cut across all the categories of funders. So it will become your blueprint and your template for communicating your message to anyone whom you need to raise funds from. But wait, there is more even coming. I have seen entrepreneurs who have gone through my mentorship program. They have been supported by the Dream Blazers Academy. And when they have walked through that journey with the pains and everything that comes with it, they have been able to raise funds. They have been able to access grants. Did you know that in the UK, the government is currently pushing for their policy on the growth strategy? And they're on a journey to support businesses to grow, recover, and make sure that they boost the economy. And through these grants, they are able to give companies and organizations who have got innovative businesses and innovative ideas grants to support them with these outcomes. So imagine that there is also government-driven funding pots that you can access. And all you need to be able to know is to understand the funding landscape. So while you are doing fundraising through investors, through crowdfunding, through venture capitalists, or even angel investors, you can also be focusing on doing your grant applications. And for you to be able to have a grant application that can be successful, trust me, it's such a process. You have to work with people who have got industry knowledge and understanding. I remember myself when I did my first Innovate UK sustainable grant funding application. Oh my gosh, it was so hard. And as a matter of fact, submitted my application and it failed. It did not go through. But I was able to benefit from the feedback that they gave back to me. And I turned that feedback into my answers on how I was going to improve my application. And the best thing that I did was to hire a consultant that helped me nail that funding application. And as I speak to you today, I'm so grateful because I was successful with that funding application for my Checkup Health Innovate UK project. And as a matter of fact, we were able to create and write technology that's currently being implemented in the NHS. So the journey and the process, there is no one size fit all for everyone, but there is definitely a basic baseline template that you can follow. And if you follow that template with the right support, you will be able to make sure you are also tapping into the government-driven funding pots. So I am a number one believer in that hearing from success stories and hearing from somebody who's walked that journey and who's done it has got much better impact when you are trying to figure something out, right? So that's why I am excited, because every year the Dream Blazers Academy, we run dinners, workshops. But this year we have got one dinner that's upcoming on the 28th of October, 2023. You don't want to miss this one, because we have got experts coming to talk to us about the funding landscape. They're coming to talk to us about research and development credits that you can claim from the government. AI, how you can apply AI and apply it into your small business or medium or big business so that you streamline and you save on the money and plant that money back into the business. They're going to tell us their stories. We've got amazing entrepreneurs who've survived the COVID, and they have also tapped into this growth fund that the government is talking about. So they will give us some insights of how they are doing it and how they're navigating and growing. And obviously, on top of everything, networking with like-minded people. Remember, your network determines your net worth. So the more people you can network with, the more access to information you can have. So you don't want to miss this. If you're a CEO, a founder, or someone who is running their business or planning to start a business, you are welcome to come. And we are accepting couples, because there's some people, a lot of us, myself included, I've worked with my husband for nearly 21 years and more together as a couple in business. That can be challenging, but also it can be very rewarding. So I am looking forward to seeing couples. And of course, if you've got your business team, bring them, book a table. And of course, we'll have an amazing time. Nobody is going to miss out. But networking is key for any entrepreneur for your growth. So I hope you have enjoyed this masterclass. I will be doing part 2 of this masterclass, where we will be looking at the next topic, which is scaling and growing your business. How do you scale and how do you grow? So look out for the next masterclass topic. I would love to know your comments and your thoughts or questions you may have. As always, comment and let me know your thoughts below. Share this with someone whom you think may benefit from this channel. Don't forget to subscribe onto this channel. I look forward to seeing you soon when I'll be running the next masterclass. Bye-bye.